But anyways, Netzach means eternity, endurance, right? Foreverness. And Rabbi Asher Sinclair explains that this is why the Torah was given through Moshe, because everything that Moshe did was eternal, including the Torah, right? The Torah, as we know, is eternal. And that's why he couldn't enter the land, because if he did, there simply could never have been an exile from the land. And that wasn't the divine plan. The exile needed to happen, whether for, one reason or another, whether the nation of Israel needed to collect the sparks from around the world, or to fan their flames. You guys, I think many of you really justify the entire exile just in and of yourselves, or perhaps just because we couldn't uphold the level of sanctity that we needed in order to stay in the land, or maybe they're connected, whatever it was. The exile was part of the plan, and therefore the eternal Moshe couldn't be the one to usher us into the land. And while Moshe couldn't enter the land, he needed to see the land. I actually think Hashem would have let him see the land even if he didn't make that request. Because by gazing upon the land of Israel from a distance, right, by gazing with those yearning eyes and those pining eyes, that feeling of ga'aguim is the word, that feeling of longing and desire that Moshe felt when he looked into the land, that feeling entered into the collective heart of the nation of Israel for all time. Whether it's a subconscious or a conscious yearning, it's there. It's there. I see it in so many of you. In Daniela, she was heartbroken. She wasn't able to come out to the farm, and she was already in the land. She wanted to come out to Judea, which, by the way, I really believe in my heart is that yearning, that fire. Something about our mountain in Judea kindles that in a special way, in a different way, in the Jewish heart and the human heart. Because from my understanding, and I could be wrong about this, it was the mountains directly across from our farm to the east, just a little bit north of us, which was the general area that Moshe stood when he gazed longingly into the land. And while the prophets of Israel say that Moshe prophetically saw every blade of grass, on the physical, simple level, it may very well have been our area, maybe a little bit north of us, that Moshe actually saw with his physical eyes.
This highlight was taken from the Land of Israel Fellowship. Every week, hundreds of families from literally around the world come together on our live Zoom sessions to strengthen each other, to inspire each other, and to learn Torah from the Land of Israel, in which we connect the dots between the Bible, the Hebrew language, and the confusing events of our times. Go to www.thelandofisrael.com/fellowship or click on the link below to join. Thank you.